Johnson to go over, see if he was okay and shake his hand. And now Snohomish with a 2-point lead will bring the ball up.
Up 5. Off the south end of the gym into the lobby. And we see Tony Stapleton, one of the Snohomish coaches. And now they're going to take him around the outside hallway over to the locker room area.
Yeah. It's like a training room to try to get the blood style. The free throw line.
Alex Spauman, he picks up the foul, his second personal foul, and the 6th team foul. First free throw is good for Colin Kane, and he will get another here. The lead is 3 points. Snohomish is led by as many as 4. Monroe had the early lead in this ball game with the first 3 of the game. Next one is good by Colin Kane. 9-5 lead. Snohomish equals their biggest lead, and a little full court pressure here. Both these teams on the way to the postseason. Snohomish will get a first round bye along with Jackson, and will wait winner of games from Thursday night, and they will play on Saturday at Everett Community College. Over the left-hand side, left wing, that's Colby Kyle. Kyle, as they tried entry pass down low, knocked away. Trenton Newhouse was the intended receiver, was knocked away and grabbed by Snohomish. Panthers with a steal inside 2 minutes to play in the first quarter. Zach Carlson over the timeline. Now puts on a little burst of energy, puts it up off the window, no good. And he will have a foul called. Went through 2 or 3 defenders, and Tyson Horner doesn't like the call, but they're gonna get Colby Kyle with another foul. Well, I guess that's his first personal foul. I thought he was guilty earlier. He wasn't. First personal, 7th team foul, so Snohomish already into the bonus for the rest of the half.
Coach Horner thinking that Colin Kane went over his back. That's not what the call was, and so Snohomish with a little bit of a break, and will send Zach Carlson to the free throw line.
Carlson's first free throw is up, and it is good. The lead is 5 points for Snohomish. Double score 10-5, their biggest lead of the game thus far. This will extend it. It does. Wasn't great, but it was kind of a low line drive and then kind of spun back and went in. Long down court pass by Monroe. Can't be handled there by Tristan Witham. And an unforced error there. It'll be right back to Snohomish Panthers.
So Snohomish on a little bit of a run here with 4 consecutive points and getting the ball back.
So it'll be only the second turnover of the first half. And for the Monroe Bearcats, only 1 for Snohomish so far. Minute and a half to play in the first quarter. Carlson brings it up for the Panthers. Now to Kane. Over to the right side, it goes to McDaniel. They work the perimeter left-hand side. Mitch Morris. A long cross-court pass over the right side to McDaniel. Again, dribble drive to the baseline. Blocked right back at him by Renshaw, but picked up by Morris. Back out on top it goes for a 3-ball, no good by Kane. High in the air, grabbing the rebound for the Bearcats is Colby Kyle, and here comes Monroe. Up the floor it goes, left-hand side. Up fake was Newhouse for the 3, didn't take it. And then the ball was knocked out of bounds, and it's going to last touch by Monroe. Another unforced error.
Well, that time, Colby Kyle thought the ball was for somebody behind him, and so he kind of short-armed it because he thought
I thought it was for him.
There, and no one else was there. Yeah. So ball ended up going out of bounds. He was kind of chagrined as he walked down the floor, and now Snohomish will bring the ball in.
I got it, you got it. But you left. So inside a minute to play in the first quarter. Zach Carlson across the timeline. Backing down, and we're going to have a travel call. Yeah, Jake Perry got it, had his back to the basket, and I thought there was a defender there. He's going to try to force his way down there. There was nobody there, and he took a couple extra steps.
It would have looked great in a ballroom, though.
Yeah, that's right. There was more the cha-cha or the rumba. I'm not sure which one. Up the floor, here comes Monroe. 34 seconds to go. About a 7-second differential from the shot and game clock. Back out between the circles, they go to Ren Shore. They'll set up the offense. 20 on the shot clock. Left side it goes, Newhouse. Newhouse gets a screen, goes down, and a foul is going to be called. Foul here on Morris. Mitch Morris called for the foul. And they're going to say on the floor and before the shot, so it'll be out of bounds for Monroe. First personal foul on Morris, fourth team foul. And checking in for him will be Jake Sjogren. Actually, Morris stays in, Kane goes out, Sjogren checks in, 3-point specialist. Out of bounds for Monroe. They'll inbound it at the baseline. Knocked away and stolen. Colby McDaniel says, thanks very much. See you later. It's our basketball. And they'll play for a final shot with 15 seconds to play in the opening quarter. Morris still pounding out between the circles. Down to 7, down to 6. Changes direction, goes right side to McDaniel. Down to 3, down to 2. Gives off to Carlson. A heave at the horn, and it will not go. The lead is 6 points here at the end of the first quarter. 11-6 Snohomish leading Monroe. Snohomish County Western Conference Basketball, Fox Sports 1380. Was Alex Johnson, but picked off there by Carlson. They'll work the perimeter right side to McDaniel. McDaniel out to Morris. Morris looking down low. Look to pass it up. Instead, it'll go out to Sjogren. Looked like a travel. And Jerry Washington, the official on this side, makes that travel call a good 4 seconds after it actually happened. I think he thought the other guy was going to call it.
I think he just heard you call it, yeah. So he decided to agree with you.
I've told every official I haven't missed a call in 30 years sitting up here 30 feet from the court. So inbounds now after the turnover by the Snohomish Panthers. Their third 5 for the Bearcats. Bearcats with the basketball now. Ren Shore dumps it down low, and Andrew Chartrand can't handle it, and he'll carry it right out of bounds.
Yeah, Monroe's really having trouble with Snohomish.
Monroe looks like they haven't played a game all year.
Well, they're struggling against that pressure. Snohomish's zone full court pressure has really been bothering them. They got a couple consecutive turnovers here.
Left hand side, Sjogren looking down low, and the ball knocked out of bounds by Shore. And that could be the trick for Snohomish when they get to the district tournament, especially if you can get away from the teams that see them all the time. You know, they beat Jackson a few weeks ago with their defense.
Yeah, exactly. And so this is a good opportunity, since they have that number 2 spot sewn up, to try a few things tonight. And that full court pressure has really worked for them. Well,
we were joking with Adam Lowy, who's here, going to work sidelines for us during the playoffs, during our quadruple header here in a couple of weeks. And he said, well, how many times do you see? We haven't seen a dunk all year. I said, but you know why? Because the teams in the Western Conference play defense on each other.
Yeah, exactly.
There's not open looks for a dunk. Did we see one at Jackson, the first game of the year?
No, I don't know. But
you know, we haven't seen many when we can't remember them.
Of course, we don't have to play against Chief South either.
That's true. The foul had been whistled on Tristan. The earlier foul was on McDaniel. So it'll be out of bounds. Here we go. Inbounds now for the Snohomish Panthers at the baseline with a fresh 35 in the shot clock. The ball had been knocked out of bounds.
Only one bucket here in the second quarter We're over 2 minutes in. Snohomish leading by 4.
Snohomish is yet to score, but here we go. A hook shot, the sky hook by Colin Kane on the inbounds, and it's out to a 6-point lead. Snohomish equals their biggest lead of the game. Up the floor now, Chartrand and Shore. Shore steps across the midcourt stripe.
Colin Kane has such nice touch for a big guy. He's got that old sky hook up there.
Chartrand out between the circles. Goes left with the left-handed dribble, and the foul is going to be called. Bill, you were looking for a block shot, and you're going to get a foul instead on Colin Kane.
Yeah, the block shot was clean, but then he went into him with his body, and so that'll send Chartrand to the... So Chartrand ends up, at 5'8", going against a guy on Colin Kane who's 6'9", so he's giving up 13 inches to him, and then ends up drawing the foul.
So 13-7 lead for Snohomish, 13-8 now as the first free throw is up and good for Andrew Chartrand. Again, that foul on Kane, his first and the 5th team foul. Monroe already at 8 team fouls, so Panthers already in the bonus. Second of 2 here for Andrew Chartrand. It's up and it is good. And it's a 4-point lead for the Panthers on their home floor.
Now, man-to-man full court pressure put up by Monroe.
Chartrand goes with him, stride for stride. McDaniel brings it across the timeline, has it at the left wing. Looking down low, still looking. Now go to Sjogren and go to Morris. An overplay by Shore, almost got a steal there. Sjogren dumps it down low, it goes in. Nicely done to Colin Kane for the backdoor lob inside for the bucket. It's back to a 6-point lead for Snohomish.
Well, this is fun with both teams with full court pressure. We'll see how much balance and depth each team has as Monroe calls a timeout.
They do. We will as well. 4:58 to play in the first half of action. It's Snohomish 15, Monroe 9. Snohomish County Western Conference basketball, Fox Sports.
We all want to protect our gift of sight, which is why regular eye exams are so important. Regular eye exams not only allow your optometrist to improve the quality of your vision by changing the prescription of your glasses or contact lenses, but also to assess your overall eye health. Even if you see clearly now, it does not mean your eyes are healthy or won't change over time.
Mark Ockett and Mike Buckholtz are with you tomorrow night at Monroe High School as the Monroe Bearcats take on the Snohomish Panthers. Just the negative of this one. The other way with the girls going, negative.
I would call that a positive, actually.
That's true.
Yeah.
A lot on the line, though. A first round bye, or whether you have to play in the first round, that is what's on tap for tomorrow night's game between Snohomish and Monroe on the girls' side. Panthers and the Bearcats here tonight, down to 4 seconds to shoot for Johnson. He doesn't know that. The ball is going to be grabbed, and finally Montero will just... Actually, it was Newhouse huck it up there because they ran out of shot clock. It'll be a turnover and give it right back to Snohomish.
And since he didn't hit the rim, it'll actually be a shot clock violation.
On the turnover, it'll go to Snohomish. Panthers with it, leading by 6. Mitch Morris brings it across the timeline. Bounce pass goes right-hand side. Cole Bride with it. Now to Sjogren. To McDaniel. McDaniel right wing, looking topside again to Sjogren. Gets a screen, set there by Colin Kane. Miss a scoop lay-in, no good. Rebound was grabbed there by Cole Bride, and then Cole Bride was grabbed. And Colby Kyle will go to the deck. And what they end up calling? Jump ball. Okay. I thought maybe there was an argument for a foul there by pushing him to the ground, but they'll do the jump ball instead, and it'll be alternating possession, give it right back to Monroe. Bearcats down by 6. And full court pressure by Snohomish. Chartrand into front court. 22 on the shot clock. Still on the dribble. Chartrand brings it over to the left-hand side. Looking cross court over to Kyle. Kyle in the paint, puts it up. They're going to call a foul here. And I thought Cole Bride was standing there with his arms straight up, but they will get Bride with the foul.
That full court pressure, even if they don't steal the ball, by the time Monroe got into their offense, 15 seconds had gone off the shot clock. They were down to 20 seconds, and so they had the turnover on the shot clock violation the last time. So even if they don't steal the ball on that press, it just takes a lot of time off the clock.
Cole Bride with a foul, his first personal foul, and the 6th team foul. Chartrand has it on the inbounds here for Monroe. On top it goes to Montero. Montero trying to change direction, but Panthers defense is forcing him out. Looking over now at the coach. Down to 18 seconds to shoot. And they're going to call him for carrying the basketball. He was kind of dribbling around, and finally got a little careless and carried the basketball.
Yeah, he was very close a couple of times earlier, just about getting it over there, but that was a pretty obvious call. And now Snohomish brings in 3 players to play this last 3.5 minutes.
And including there is Gus Baxter back out. Here's Colin Kane, top of the key. Baxter has it, safe from going into the bench of Monroe down to our right. Now to Kane, turn around. Boy, that nice looking hook shot. A face-up hook. That time it goes up and in, and it's an 8-point lead for Snohomish.
And Spaulding was really physical and forced him with a forearm out away from the basket, and he still was able to drop that shot.
Over the right-hand side, Spaulding with it. Now to Montero up between the circles for the Bearcats. Almost threw it out of bounds. Newhouse saved it at the right wing. To Chartrand out between the circles. On the dribble, down to 12 on the shot clock. Now dribble to the left-hand side. Goes to Montero, goes through, scoop, lay in, good. Count the basket, he got fouled. Well, right along the baseline, went through a couple of different defenders, and they're going to get Cole Bride with the foul. His second personal foul, and the 7th team foul. So free throw coming up here for John Montero.
Any coach will tell you don't give up the baseline. You always force them out front so that you can get some help. But Montero did a great job sliding to the baseline. Actually made the lay-in from the opposite side and drew the foul. That was really a pretty play.
The lead is 6 right now, is 17-11. The free throw is missed, but the rebound grabbed down by Kyle. Battle for the rebound, and it's going to be 1 here, and taken away by Snohomish. Panthers with it. Carlson out of backcourt, swing it right wing. Back out on top again to Carlson, back to the right side. As they go back out to Layton, back to Carlson again, around the left-hand side to Kane. Kane at the foul line. Doesn't take a shot, gives it off instead to Carlson. His little runner from 8 feet won't go. Battle for the rebound, won by Spaulding. Taken away from him by Kane, foul called. Spaulding had the rebound, and Colin Kane says, give me that. And he did. Got fouled on the way up, but he's going to get 2 free throws coming up.
A really heads-up play by Colin Kane to take that ball away from Spaulding and then draw the foul. So Kane has kind of come alive here in the second quarter.
Free throw here for Kane. First one is good.
Colin Kane with 7 points in the second quarter, 9 on the night.
Isn't it nice to have a big man that can shoot free throws?
Yeah, he's 3 for 3 on this evening.
Len Bone said John Brockman wasn't a great free throw shooter in high school, but he's shooting 70% now playing professionally in Germany. As we had him as a guest earlier tonight on the Prep Sports Weekly show. Next free throw is good, and it's a 8-point lead. Snohomish equals their biggest lead. Still in the full court pressure. Shore brings it across the timeline, comes to the top of the key. Now splits a couple of defenders, puts it up, and his 8-foot runner will go.
Wow, right over Colin Kane. That was a really nice play by Shore, who's really the only one that's gotten anything going offensively for Monroe.
I think that was almost like a hockey play. You thought your defenders out front were going to get to him before he got to the goalie there. And a pushing foul here. This can be, they're going to call Newhouse. Trenton Newhouse picks up the foul.
Double bonus time.
His second personal foul. And that is 10. Indeed, it is double bonus here for Colin Kane. Colby Kyle is tying his shoe, so we're going to hold up the festivities here. He's ready to go. And Colin Kane will get the basketball. 2 shots coming up here. Snomish's lead is 6 right now. Make it 7 as the first free throw is good. Panthers winner of 9 straight, including last Friday night. They beat Lake Stevens 62-49. Next free throw rattles out, won't go. And then a pushing foul is going to be called on the rebound. And I think they're going to get Danny McGregor. He was the only one there for Snohomish because they're walking back the other way. It will be McGregor the foul, the 6'4 senior's second personal foul, and the 8th team foul. And checking in now will be Jake Perry. McGregor will go to the bench. Snohomish, Bill, just had a hard time the first part of the year getting people, A, healthy, and B, eligible.
Yep, but once they did, they really took off.
Spauman, free throw, good. He'll get another. Closes the gap to 6 point. The lead for Snohomish. 1:41 to go. We'll run through what we know now so far about the playoffs, which start on Tuesday, coming up at the half. Next free throw is good. Snohomish to inbounds here. Full court pressure. Steal, foul. I think Renshaw got the steal by pushing off. And it's offensive or defensive pass interference. No. They're going to call Newhouse for it. I thought Renshaw pushed off trying to get the interception off that pass. But Newhouse with the foul, his third personal foul. And free throw coming up here for the Snohomish Panthers. Gus Baxter visits the line. He with the black eye got it playing elite soccer this weekend. He took a good one right in the old eyeball. First free throw good. Second one is upcoming. The lead is 6 points for Snohomish in the final regular season game of the year. Next free throw no good. Rebound controlled by the Bearcats. Up the floor, Alex Johnson gets it off to Kyle. Back out, Renshaw, three on the way, won't go. Battle for the rebound. It's easily won by Snohomish. Grab behind the back to Baxter, and out of bounds it goes to Will Layton. And that will bring Sjogren off the bench. Glenn Bone doesn't even stand up on that one.
You knew that was
Gus,
coming.
have a seat.
Coach Bone doesn't even say anything. I think we all know about that.
It's really cool if it works, but if it goes up into the clarinet section, it's not so good. And the band's not even here, and it went into the clarinet section. Bounce pass to Shore. Gives it to Johnson. Nice pass by Johnson to the baseline, and it's grabbed by Montero. Now he'll dribble it back into traffic, puts it, tried for a pass to Kyle. Kyle wasn't sure he wanted it. Colby Kyle saying, I'm not sure what you wanted to do with the basketball. I think Montero saying, I wasn't sure either. But it will be a foul here, and Alex Spauman will go to the free throw line. Colin Kane's second personal foul, second team foul, or 9 team fouls, excuse me. And that will bring quickly Andrew Kane will spell his brother, and he will go to the bench for the rest of the half here with his second personal foul.
Spauman puts the free throw, and he's got 3 points on the night, had 15 the other night.
Lead is 5 points for Snohomish, 1:04 to play in the first half. A playoff preview coming up at halftime here from Snohomish. Next free throw good by Spauman. Lead is 4. Definitely not out of the woods here for the Bearcats. Neither team can improve or unimprove their position going into the playoffs. They're kind of locked in, but they want to get a good showing going into the district tournament. Left side, that's Kane, Andrew Kane. Down low it goes to Perry, back to Kane again. 43 seconds to go in the half, 12 on the shot clock. Left side, Will Layton, 3 on the way. This one won't go. Renshaw grabs the rebound for the Bearcats. Up the floor they go, too long, and off the fingertips of Montero and to the grating at the end of the gymnasium, and it'll turn it right back over to Snohomish.
See if Snohomish goes for the last shot here with the shot clock dead.
32.5 seconds to play. Full court pressure, Morris up the floor to Layton. Back to Morris again. Looks like they will play for, well, here's the one. It's a 3 from NBA range, left side by Sjogren. And Glenn Bone is saying, you got to be smarter than that. You got to look at the clock. Look at the clock. But Coach Bone hasn't stood up. He just kind of shaking his head. Monroe brings it up, 12 seconds to go. Johnson into front court, almost lost a handle on it, down to 8, down to 7. Now Shore, down to 5, down to 4. Taps himself on the head, down to 2, down to 1. 3 ball, won't go for Alex Johnson. Went deep in the cylinder and kicks back out. An entertaining first half of basketball draws to a close. Our score after one half. It's the Snohomish Panthers 21. The Monroe Bearcats 17. This is Snohomish County Western Conference basketball on Fox Sports 1380.
Clogged drain? Other plumbing problems? Call Action Jackson Plumbing for 24-hour service. Owned by a lifetime Edmonds resident and Edmonds Woodway grad, Action Jackson is the drain cleaning specialist. They can unclog most internal drains for only $99 plus tax. Call 425-877-5601 or visit actionjacksonplumbing.com.
We all want to protect our gift of sight, which is why regular eye exams are so important. Regular eye exams not only allow your optometrist to improve the quality of your vision by changing the prescription of your glasses or contact lenses, but also to assess your overall eye health. Even if you see clearly now, it does not mean your eyes are healthy or won't change over time.
(21-17) with the Snohomish Panthers leading the Monroe Bearcats. As we mentioned, this and tomorrow night, the last regular season games on the boys and girls side before the district tournaments get underway. First on Thursday night for the 4As that get underway. Bill, here are the things that we do know. 4A boys are fairly cut and dried. Jackson and Snohomish, no matter what, have a first round byes.
Yep, Jackson's got the number 1 seed no matter what happens. Snohomish with the number 2 seed. Monroe with the number 3 seed. The only and Mariner with the number 6 seed. The only real question is that Cascade-Kamiak game. If Kamiak could win that ball game, both those teams would end up 7-7. Kamiak would get the 4 seed and Cascade the 5 because Kamiak would have defeated Cascade twice. If Cascade wins that ball game, they will have the 4 and Kamiak will have the 5. Because of a better record. However, it doesn't really matter because both those teams are going to play anyway. It's just whether they play at home for Cascade or home for Kamiak.
So that's what's happening on Thursday. Mariner at Monroe, Kamiak at Cascade, or Cascade at Kamiak. We will be at Monroe for Mariner at Monroe on Thursday night here on Fox Sports 1380. Girls side, a lot more questions there. Lake Stevens, Monroe, and Snohomish. Those 3 teams, 2 of them will get a first round bye, and that will be decided tomorrow night with the Monroe and the Snohomish game.
Right. Monroe and Snohomish both tied, I believe, at 10-3, and the winner of that ball game will have the number 2 seed, get the bye. The loser of that ball game will have the number 3 seed.
And they will await then the Mariner Mount Vernon winner at Snohomish, Monroe, or Jackson. Jackson is at Kamiak. So the girls, a lot more questions, but those will be answered tomorrow night. The 3A boys get underway on Friday the 13th, and that's when it really, Bill, gets a lot of questions on the 3A side because it seems to me that the athletic directors are making it up as we go. They're
it's really
lots.
Interesting because, Stanwood, tomorrow night, Stanwood is playing Marysville-Pilchuck. The winner of that game has the number 1 seed. The loser of that game has the number 3 seed because Glacier Peak, the winner on the other side, is going to get the number 2 seed.
Because the North is getting all the odd seeds and the South getting all the even seeds.
Right, and Steve Willits explained it to me all before the game, and now I've forgotten most of it. But I know the top 3 seeds
right.
in the men's 3A South, and of course Ferndale's going to come from down up north and get the number 5 seed.
Right.
And
really, all of this is because of what we call the Ferndale factor.
The Ferndale factor, which that the only 3A team up in a bunch of 2A leagues up there up north, and it's the same thing with Shore Crest as a 2A team.
Right.
They're actually in 2nd place, so they ought to get a great seed into the 2A tournament, district tournament, wherever they go, which I should know, but don't right off the top of my head.
Mount Vernon.
They're going to play up in Mount Vernon.
Yep.
And but they've got a really good team, so it'll be fun to see how they advance through the 2As, and playing a 3A schedule really benefits them whereas Ferndale is a 3A team playing a 2A schedule, although the 2A teams up there are pretty darn good with
Right.
Linden and Nooksack and all those teams up north.
And then on the 3A girls, that district tournament gets underway this coming Saturday. And there's a north and south play-in game between Marysville, Getchell winner, Oak Harbor winner against Shorewood. And then at Arlington, Edmonds Woodway, Linwood, Everett, Ferndale, Glacier Peak, Stanwood. It's a 3A girls stacked. We're talking about maybe the best district tournament probably in the state for the number of teams that are highly ranked.
There are going to be 4 top 10 teams in that tournament possibly. You know, you got Linwood, you got Glacier Peak, you got Edmonds Woodway, and you got Stanwood, and all those teams have had tremendous years coming in. You know, Linwood, we thought they were going to be a shoe-in, but wow, Glacier Peak came in and rattled their cage with a big, about 13-point victory the other night, which actually, in his heart of hearts, Coach Edwards for Linwood probably said, you know, that was a good time to do it. Let's wake up our girls, and then we'll be solid. I think, you know, Linwood's got a really good shot to win the 3A girls state title, and having a defeat and having to think about it a little bit, plus playing all the tough teams that they've had to coming out of this district, you know, all those teams have an opportunity to do really well in state. So watching the 3A girls advance is going to be great for this area.
Right, so you've got 4 teams that could be in the top 10 in the state of Washington, but battling for 3 spots going to the regionals.
Yeah, which is a real shame, because one of those teams is not going to come out of districts, even though they're probably better than a ton of teams around the state that will get out of district, just because the Wesco 3A girls division is so stacked.
And a reminder that next Tuesday night at Jackson High School, we've got a doubleheader. It's the 3A girls doubleheader, 3A girls semifinals, and Christy Kingma, former Jackson and Washington Huskies star, will join Mark Ockett on the broadcast that night doing analyst work. So that is next Tuesday night here on Fox Sports 1380.
But don't feel bad, you get me.
Well, yeah, there's something to be said for that. Snohomish 21, Monroe 17. We'll come back, take a look at the first half numbers right after this timeout.
Drain or other plumbing problems? Call Action Jackson Plumbing for 24-hour service. Unclogging most internal drains for just $99 plus tax. Call 425-877-5601 or visit actionjacksonplumbing.com.
Shoreline Community College and Puget Sound Auto Dealers Association have been recognized internationally for its pioneering in finding a new way to deliver technical training for automotive repair.
Snohomish High School. This is Bill Kusler along with Tom Lafferty. We're at halftime. The Snohomish Panthers lead the Monroe Bearcats by a score of 21-17. The stats at halftime: first for Monroe, they shot 5 of 13, only took 13 field goal opportunities. 5 of 13, 38%, just 1 of 5 from three-point range, 20%, but they did hit 7 of 9 free throws for 77%. Snohomish was 6 for 22 from the field, just 27%, and 1 for 10 from three-point range. They struggled, but they did hit 8 of 10 free throws. For Monroe, their leading scorer is Ren Shore. He has 7 points, 4 points for Alex Spauman, 3 points for John Montero, and 2 points apiece from Tristan Witham and Andrew Chartrand. For Snohomish, they're led by the 11 points of Colin Kane. Zach Carlson has 5 points, 2 points apiece for Danny McGregor and Will Layton, and 1 point for Gus Baxter. Monroe with 11 rebounds, Snohomish 10. Monroe led by the 3 rebounds of Alex Spauman. Snohomish led by the 3 rebounds of Colin Kane. Just 1 assist for Monroe, just 3 assists for Snohomish, 5 steals for Snohomish. And we are underway.
We are back underway here. The Snohomish Panthers on the alternating possession have it to start the second half, leading it by 4 points, 21-17. Mitch Morris at the right wing to Colin Kane way out top side as they work it to Carlson at the left side. Back out on top again to Kobe McDaniel. The usual starters are in rather than the senior starters, but the senior puts it up and in. First 2 points of the game, about a 12-footer up and in by Colin Kane.
You pick your poise and you leave him alone out there. He can hit that shot from the baseline. If you play him up too close, he's going to drive to the hoop.
The 6-point lead, as Snohomish is led by as many as 8 in this contest. Monroe is led by as many as 3 points. Dribble drive underneath. Chartrand has it and then dumps it down low to Ren Shore for the bucket for the Bearcats.
That was a beautiful play. The defender was overplaying Shore. He just busted baseline on backdoor play. The pass was perfect. Gets the lay-in.
Snohomish, winners of 10 straight, have the basketball. Moving to our left. Here's a shot on the way. Offline right, no good by Kobe McDaniel. Cleared out by Monroe. Bearcats with it. Shore has it. Tries a little stutter step move. Feinted one way and then the other, then missed the shot. Ball was carried out of bounds, though. Last touch by Kobe McDaniel. So Monroe will have it underneath their own hoop with a fresh 35 on the shot clock.
Feinted, F-E-I.
That's right.
Rather, not F-A-I.
That's right. Way out top of the key. Alex Johnson he's been kind of quiet this evening after being named our player of the game a couple of weeks ago in the game out at Monroe. Over the right-hand side as they work it now back out to Chartrand. Open for a 3. It settles and goes. The 3 is good for Chartrand. And what was an 8-point lead a little earlier is now down to 1. Snohomish with it. Carlson brings it up. Gives it to Morris. Now right side Perry. Back to Morris again.
Snohomish has just not had a good night shooting the basketball. Monroe has been able to hang in there because of that.
McDaniel to Carlson. He's open, and now he finds down low to Kane. Kane had a block back. Was it Spauman or Shore? Shore got it. Yeah, Shore got him on the block, and then the ball went now into the stance as they're trying to decide where they're going to put the ball in play here for Monroe.
Got to be frustrating for Kane. He's got a guy that's about 7 inches shorter than he is and just blocked that ball right back in his face. A great defensive play by Ren Shore.
Somebody knocked the ball away. They just gave a delay of game warning here to one of the Monroe Bearcats. And Chartrand will bring it up. Monroe down by 1. They've got the basketball. Moving to our right. Here's a steal. McDaniel just went up in the air and picked it off. Bounces it down to Morris. Goes in, laying up. Good!
Beautiful pass on the inside on the fast break off the steal by McDaniel.
So back to a 3-point lead for Snohomish, 25-22. Chartrand double teams as he comes across the timeline. Now they back away. Now to Johnson. Johnson at the right wing, looking down low. He'll just measure and fire from 21, no good. Over the back, they're going to get Ren Shore for going over the back of Carlson. And the foul is going to be here on Shore with 5:33 to play in the third quarter and a 3-point lead for the Snohomish Panthers. Second personal foul on Shore, his first and the first team foul. Carlson will bring it up. Chartrand on him in the full court pressure. Easily in the front court. Panthers moving to our left in their white uniforms trimmed in red and black. Kobe McDaniel's open for a 3, a little short, no good, but Kane gathers the rebound, splits to defender, and travels with the basketball.
Boy, a lot of contact in there, but they did call the travel.
They called the travel on Kane, commits the turnover. That is their 7th turnover of the ball game. So fairly cleanly played ball game here by Snohomish. 11 turnovers for Monroe. Chartrand still in backcourt, little bounce pass, it goes to Johnson. Johnson looks down low, instead picks it back to Chartrand out between the circles. Now to Alex Spauman. Spauman way out on top to Witham. They're trying to penetrate down low and haven't been able to do it. 13 on the shot clock. Now to Chartrand. Chartrand starts to dribble, splits to defender, puts it up too hard, missed everything just about, and the rebound controlled by Kane up the floor to Morris. Little feint one way, go the other way, and go down to the floor. Just about hit the end line here, and he will I think, be going to the free throw line. Mitch Morris took it down there, and the foul was whistled on Shore. His third personal foul, second team foul.
Probably if anyone on the floor, Monroe can ill afford to have Shore in foul trouble, and that's number 3.
And he will go to the bench. He's playing with that packing in his nose. He took one in the schnoz in the first quarter. And we're going to have a timeout called by Monroe. We'll step aside with 4:39 to play in the third quarter. Our score, Snohomish 26, Monroe 22. Snohomish County Western Conference Basketball, Fox Sports. And I've been neglecting to mention that Todd Elvig and STSPN picking up our audio feed tonight along the way on the interweb. So thanks for being with us if you're watching from all over the world here. Our broadcast from Snohomish. Free throw is going to be no good. Battle for the rebound. There's a scrap for it on the floor, picked up by Spaulding now. He wasn't down on the floor. He just said, I'll take the basketball. You guys lay here. Up the floor that goes. Looking for an entry pass down to Spaulding. Knocked away, grabbed by Johnson. Now goes to Spaulding again. He can't control it. And now there's players down on the ground. Finally picked up by Kobe McDaniel for Snohomish. Up the floor we go. Knocked out of bounds by Alex Johnson. Here's Bill to recap what just happened up and down the floor.
Wow, the ball was on the ground and it was just flying all over, bodies everywhere on the Monroe offensive end of the floor. Finally, Snohomish grabs the ball, takes it down court, and then Alex Johnson bats the ball out of bounds, so Snohomish inbounding underneath their own hoop.
Here's Mitch Morris. Dumps it down low to McDaniel, waited for the defenders to go by. They never did. They just surrounded him. The ball was knocked away and grabbed by Monroe. Bearcat basketball down by 4 at 4 minutes to play in the third quarter.
This has just been a really impressive defensive effort from both ball clubs.
Is it good defense or lousy offense?
No, it's good defense.
Here's a turnaround jumper on the way by Spaulding, no good. Tyson Horner wanted a rebound foul, is not going to get it. Carlson will bring it out of backcourt for Snohomish. Panthers going in, Carlson goes in, scoop lay-in through the defenders, no good. Cleared out by Chartrand. Here he comes out of backcourt. Down low, Spaulding blocked away by Carlson. High in the air, off the glass. Up the floor comes Carlson. Bounce pass down low, lay-in good by Kobe McDaniel.
What a great play coast to coast with Carlson trailing the play. It looked like an easy lane for Monroe. He blocks it, grabs it, goes down the court, and gets the assist.
Chartrand brings it up for Monroe. The lead is 6 points for Snohomish. And both these teams are going to the playoffs. They cannot improve their position. Witham has it stripped away by Kane. Kane to Carlson. Brings it up the right wing. Bounce pass down low to Mitch Morris. Now wide open is McDaniel. Measures, fires, 3, good! 2. That's a 2. Just inside the line for a two-pointer. That'll bring Tyson Horner off the bench for the Monroe Bearcats, and a timeout. We'll step aside with 2:54 to play in the third quarter. Our score, Snohomish 31, and it's Monroe 22. Snohomish County Western Conference Basketball, Fox Sports 1380.
Timeout.
.254 to play in the third quarter.
I still like the old cheer, our boys are F-I-N-E fine right down the L-I-N-E line, but I haven't heard that one for a while.
Since junior high. Up the floor, here comes Monroe. Little full court pressure by Snohomish. Monroe in their traffic cone orange uniforms. They bring it across the timeline. Montero, top of the key. Now dribbles in, splits two defender, misses the lay-in, no good. They're going to call him. They're going to put him at the free throw line. I thought maybe they were going to call it for the offensive charge, but they're not. They're going to call Jake Perry for the blocking foul, his first personal foul, first team foul, and free throws here for John Montero of the Bearcats.
For the Bearcats is number 24, John Montero.
First free throw is good. He will get another. We will see Monroe and Mariner coming up on Thursday night here on Fox Sports 1380, opening round of the district tournament. Next one by Montero is airborne and rattles home. Lead is 6 for Snohomish, 30-24. Full court pressure. Leighton in backcourt, now gives it to Carlson. He'll dribble it out of backcourt with Chartrand shadowing him. Gets a screen there set by Kane. Kane is open for a 16-footer, won't go. Chartrand, he's got a couple of rebounds tonight. He's the shortest guy on the floor. He'll bring it out of backcourt. Up the floor it goes as they work the perimeter left-hand side. Newhouse now to Montero. He kind of looked at a three, didn't take it. To Chartrand. They'll set it up for the half-court offense with 18 to shoot. Chartrand out by the center line, still dribbling. Gets a screen set by Witham. Gets it back for Chartrand. Three on the way. Short arms, no good. Last touch by Monroe, but the ball never went out of bounds. Grabbed by Sjogren, and here comes Snohomish with Carlson bringing into front court. Directing traffic here. Looks for a screen by Perry. Instead gives it up to Kane. Now he sends Perry through along the baseline. Kane has it. They're looking for down at the low block and going inside for Carlson.
That was a really great play where they just went on a two-man game. They posted 6'3" Zach Carlson up against Chartrand at 5'8", and now they've called Tyson Horner for a technical. He got really upset. He thought that Carlson cleared him with the elbow, and so Chartrand is telling Coach Horner to calm down a little bit, but now Snohomish with an 8-point lead, and they will send Colin Kane to the free throw line for a couple of free throws off the technical foul.
That low block down there, it's every man for himself, and I don't think you're going to get the elbow call very often unless it's flagrant.
Yeah, and now one of the officials over, not the one that called the tee, trying to calm Tyson Horner down a little bit, and Horner is gesturing with his elbow. He says he hooked him with the elbow underneath. And
he's now going to be seat belted too with the technical foul on the coach. He's got to have a seat. First free throw is good. He's still up talking with Jerry Washington. Meanwhile, on the other end, they're administering the free throws with Colin Kane all by himself at the stripe.
Yeah, and that's so they get the bucket. They get one of the free throws, so that's a three-point play. And then Snohomish will also get the basketball at a critical juncture where Snohomish is up by 9 now. So that could really change the momentum of this ball game as Monroe was hanging tough. And I've never seen Tyson Horner get that upset before.
No. Inbounds now for Snohomish. Panthers with it again. Now with their biggest lead of the game, up by 9 points. Carlson gets it, a little give and go. Now to Perry, back out topside. Goes to Sjogren, down low to Carlson. Missed the lay-in, no good. And Renshaw grabs the rebound. Out of backcourt he comes, and they're going to call Carlson for holding on.
Well, it's a hand check.
Yeah.
He hardly touched him, but they are going to call that.
Yeah.
But we talked about it before. Carlson tries to get a little cute around the hoop sometimes. He needs to just bank that thing off the glass and put it in. He's missed a couple close to the rim because he's trying to be fancy and just drop it over the top.
Inbounds now. Len Bones up. I guess when both coaches are yelling at the officials, they're doing a good job. Down low it goes. Kyle puts it up. Miss it, no good. And grabbing another rebound there is Colin Kane for the Panthers. Up the right side it goes. Jake Sjogren now to Carlson. They'll set up the half-court offense. Carlson gives it to Leighton as they work the perimeter, looking for Kane. They go to him. 19 on the shot clock. 52 on the game clock in the third quarter. Along the baseline it goes. Perry, open three. Partially blocked there. Partially blocked because that 20-footer went about 17 feet. And they're going to say air ball, but it was blocked. And it was going to be a foul here on Trenton Newhouse. The sophomore picks up his fourth personal foul. And the fourth team foul. Alex Johnson returns to the lineup. And Devin Sepich is in for the first time tonight. Inbounds here for Snohomish. 32 to shoot, 43 on the third quarter clock. Jake Sjogren on the dribble, right wing. looking for Kane. Goes to Perry as it knocked right back to Perry deep in the right-hand corner. Back out to Leighton, open, 3 on the way. Got hit as he let go of the basketball there by Alex Johnson, but the three-pointer missed. No foul called.
Monroe batted it out of bounds, so Snohomish will get the ball back with 29.7 seconds remaining in the quarter.
Yeah, shot clock is dead, so will they play for one? Last time they didn't.
Last time I think they wanted him to, but...
yeah. But that didn't happen. They cast off a 3. So they'll play for one here with 21 seconds to go. Sjogren at the right wing. And we're going to have a foul away. Ren Shores kind of barked right back at the official. They're going to call foul here on Ren Shore.
Boy.
That's going to be his 4th personal foul. So a couple players with 4. Ren Shore has 4. Trenton Newhouse with 4 fouls for Monroe.
I like Chartrand. He's showing a lot of leadership out there, getting guys calmed down and say, we're still in this ball game. Let's not worry about the officials and let's just work and climb back into this thing.
A little lay-in no good by Sjogren, a tap-up no good by Kane. So 2 shots at it, neither one would go. It's a 9-point lead, 11 seconds to play. Up the floor, Chartrand dribbles around the left-hand side, goes in, scoop lay-in, rattles off no good. Tap-up no good by Kyle. 2 seconds ago, turnaround, cast off, off the rim, no good by Andrew Chartrand. He's like the Energizer bunny out there, isn't he?
Yeah, he worked really hard.
33-24. The lead is 9 for Snohomish. We head to the 4th quarter here on Fox Sports 13-8. Tomorrow going to look up on Wikipedia under zoology.
Yeah, I know. I've always wondered what a bearcat is. The only time you ever hear about them is when Monroe's playing a game. My wife knows a lot
Cincinnati.
about wildlife. I'll ask her if she's ever been up hiking and seen a bearcat.
Seen a bearcat. The Cincinnati Bearcats as well. So here we go. Monroe Bearcats have it to start the 4th and final quarter. Chartrand. Johnson dribble across the top of the key. Bounce pass to Sepic over the left-hand wing. Tried for a cross-court pass looking for Chartrand, but it's going to be intercepted by Snohomish, and the Panthers will bring it up. Zach Carlson will come across the timeline. We'll take a look at the 3rd quarter numbers here momentarily. Carlson to Will Leighton deep in the right-hand corner. Saved from going out of bounds, and a near steal there by Johnson. Now to Kane, gets it, and they're going to call him. They're going to Makeup call.
Yeah, I was just going to say, Coach Horner will like that when they called Colin Kane for hooking with the elbow. That's the thing that they were asking him to worry about. Real quickly, 3rd quarter, Monroe just 2 for 12 from the field, 16%, 1 of 4 from 3-point range. They hit both their free throws. Snohomish, not a lot better, 5 for 15 from the field, 0 for 4 from 3-point range. They had 2 of 4 free throws, but Snohomish with a 9-point lead.
And probably he does. I would think Kane does use that elbow to good advantage, and he kind of acknowledged, yeah, I did. So it was a legitimate call there, and it's Monroe basketball.
That's why you get frustrated when guys are playing really good defense on you. You can't get by them. Sometimes you try anything you can do.
Alex Bauman dribble drive in, puts it up off the rim, too hard, no good. Rebound's going to be grabbed here by Alex Johnson, but somewhere in that fray they saw a foul. Jerry Washington will call Zach Carlson for the foul. That's his 3rd personal foul, the 4th team foul against the Panthers. Will Leighton goes to the bench. Ren Shore for Snohomish. Ren Shore checked back in for the Bearcats, and that will send Montero to the bench.
They need Ren Shore, but he's playing with 4 personal fouls, so he's going to have to be really careful on defense. See if Snohomish tries to take advantage of that.
The Bearcats need to get or skid-proof or something. Shoelaces. Everybody's tying their shoes. Chartrand just gets done there. So here we go. skid-proof shoelaces. There's got to be a patent there somewhere. Renshaw casts off for 3, top of the key, no good. Spauman grabs the rebound, puts it up and puts it in.
Really strong play by Spauman, who just physically out-muscled the two Snohomish defenders, got that offensive board and got a put back, still giving Monroe some life.
7-point lead for Snohomish. Carlson dribble drives in, puts it up too hard off the glass, no good. And he goes to the deck and he'll go to the free throw line. Missed the lay-in, so it will. So we're going to have Renshaw with his 5th personal foul. So Renshaw is kind of, come on, you can't let me foul out of this ball game. He doesn't like the call, but he will head to the bench. And there's somebody already there that's going to check in here. So it will be Trenton Newhouse, that will check in. Mitch Morris is wiping up some sweat on the floor.
It's nice vocational training that you get out here on the floor.
So
just in case college doesn't work out.
So Zach Carlson will be at the free throw line. Renshaw is done for the night. He fouls out with 9 points. First free throw, no good by Carlson. He'll get another. The lead is 33-26. With 6:35 to play in the game. Both these teams heading to the district tournament. Monroe will play Thursday. We'll be out there on Thursday night. Next free throw by Carlson is good. Snohomish plays Saturday afternoon at Everett Community College. After the opening round games, all the other games are at ECC. Dribble drive going in. Spauman is going to have a block right back at him by Colin Kane. Recovered by Morris. Grabbed by Carlson. Goes in and gets absolutely hammered. Absolutely hammered. Now there's a little pushing and shoving with Kane and Spauman. That will bring the coaches off.
They just threw Spauman out of the game.
Spauman just got ejected. And
that was a really, really hard foul. Now another technical on the assistant coach.
No, the assistant coach is getting technical fouls.
The whole Monroe team is losing their cool. That was a very, very hard, unnecessarily hard foul down here. I don't know if they called a flagrant on it or not, but this is going to be a lot of free throws, and Monroe's kind of throwing this ball game away at this point.
And so we do know that there was a foul going in on Carlson. He got absolutely just waylaid. That was a hockey hit. That wasn't a basketball foul. And Chartrand was jawing. Spauman squared up with Kane, and it gave him a shove. And so that forced his ejection. The officials are still meeting in the center of the floor.
I think Kane was trying to protect. Carlson was on the floor, and it looked like one of the Monroe players was going to go over and kind of stand over him like he was trying to prove a point. Kane just kind of moved in between them, didn't say anything, and then Spauman pushed him, and he got technical and booted him out of the game. So I think there's 2 technicals. I think we're looking at least 4 free throws. Well, 6, because of the foul on the lay-in, and then Snohomish should get the basketball. So if Snohomish can hit some free throws, they can pretty much salt this thing away. And with Renshaw fouled out and with Spauman kicked out of the ball game, Monroe's just got to regroup, get their cool back, for going into playing in that first district game on Thursday night against Mariner.
So Pat Castro's trying to pick up the information from the official. And we're getting information here. They're going to bring both coaches to the center of the floor and explain to them. So, and Pat will give us the information here in just a moment as the official is over the bench in front of us, and the official scorers are writing down frantically what they're saying.
Yeah, this has been a very physical ball game and some really good defense being played. But it's unfortunate that it's deteriorated to this point. And now the officials are,
And so we're going to hear what went on here as Chartrand got a technical. I thought it was Chartrand that was barking back at him.
Yep, you were right.
Yeah. Spauman got a technical foul and an ejection. Kane from Snohomish gets a technical as well. And their assistant coach got a technical.
So 3 technicals on Monroe.
3 to 1 on the
one
technical
on Snohomish.
fouls. Yeah. Chartrand, yeah, he was.
Spauman
was ejected.
Right, and it was interesting because Chartrand was the one that was trying to calm everybody down earlier. And so
there was a technical foul on number 3, Trent Newhouse. That was his 5th foul.
Newhouse, a technical.
There was a technical foul on number 5 of Monroe, Andy Chartrand.
Chartrand with a technical, his 4th personal.
Andy Chartrand, that was his 2nd foul.
Okay.
Number 33, Alex
Spauman, technical,
foul
and intentional foul and an ejection.
technical foul on the Monroe bench.
And another technical on the Monroe bench.
Number 54 of Snohomish,
And Colin Kane. So each time we talk about a bill, somebody else gets a technical foul.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to be shooting free throws from now until dinner tomorrow afternoon.
Again, it's really unfortunate. So Carlson's going to go to the free throw line first because he was the one that was originally fouled on that hard foul. So he should be shooting 2.
Okay. So let's see what we come up with here. First one good by Carlson. He will get 2 here from the initial hard foul. Next one by Carlson is good. That's 2 points for Snohomish. Is he going to keep on shooting? Yes, he will. Now here comes some technical foul shots. He's 2 for 2 so far, 3 for 3. He'll get another. We're at the 6:20 mark to play in the game, and we're just racking up points at the free throw line. 4 for 4 on that.
So evidently some of the technical fouls offset.
Right.
And so now Snohomish will get the ball. They get 4-point play plus the ball, go up by 12. We still have 6 minutes and 20 seconds to play in this game.
And now Len Bone wants a timeout. We'll take a break.
I think that's good. Just get everybody calm down.
Yeah, including us in the broadcast booth. 38-26. The lead is now 12 for the Snohomish Panthers. Snohomish County Western Conference basketball on Fox.
We all want to protect our gift of sight, which is why regular eye exams are so important. Regular eye exams not only allow your optometrist to improve the quality of your vision by changing the prescription of your glasses or contact lenses, but also to assess your overall eye health. Even if you see clearly now, it does not mean your eyes are healthy or won't change over time.
Come back, we're talking to Adam Lowy, who's going to be doing sidelines for us at the district tournament as well. With just some coincidental minors that offset like in hockey, Bill. This has been interesting.
It's been wild. I've never seen 4 technicals in one play.
And you have to hand it to the officials. They sorted it all out.
Yeah.
They say there's no reason, 5 tees, there's no reason to shoot on both ends as they offset them a little bit. And so here we go. Snohomish Panther basketball. They went 4 for 4. Zach Carlson did at the free throw line to open up now a 12-point lead for the Panthers. And the Snohomish Panthers have the basketball. Sjogren has it now to Kane. Kane at the right wing. On top it goes to Morris. Back down low again to Carlson. And they're going to say call.
Over of
I didn't see any kind of mechanic as to what the turnover was. I thought Danny McGregor maybe got a hand in there, but it wasn't. And then dribbling on the out-of-bounds line was Jake Sjogren. So the ball doesn't lie. It's going to go right back to Monroe. Bearcats will throw it in. Alex Johnson in front of us. He's giving some instruction like go long, and here we go. Inbounds, it goes to Chartrand. Bounce pass to Kyle. He gets it down to Johnson, fouled. Alex Johnson had it at the baseline, fouled from behind by Jake Sjogren.
We haven't even talked about the head football coach hire that Monroe just made recently. Michael Bumpus, former Washington State Cougar, played a little bit of pro ball, and now he's going to be the new football coach. He's got to be looking out here recruiting some for next year.
Throw for giving us free throw.
The ball game.
To play in the game. Look at the left side. Montero almost looked like he traveled. Dribble drive goes in. Reverse lay-in won't go. And the rebound grabbed down by Cole Bride, and it'll be Snohomish basketball. Up by 11, coming up on in the game. Just here's a two-pointer, two going up, no good by McGregor from the top of the key, and rebound controlled by Monroe. Bearcat basketball down by 11. Over the right-hand side it goes as they work the perimeter out to the top of the key. Shot on the way, three, no good by Johnson. Johnson gets his own rebound at the left wing. Long cross-court pass goes over to Montero, right side. Montero, top of the key, clears the spot, puts up a two, looks good. Two from inside the line, from 18 feet away, left side of the key. And this game is not over. It's now 9 points at 40-31. Very low-scoring game here. Both these teams averaging about 57 points per ball game. We're not going to get there. Down low goes to Colin Kane, fouled, and he'll go to the free throw line. Look at the WestCoastAthletics.com scoreboard before that. Late fourth quarter, Glacier Peak leading Edmonds Woodway 63-31.
Wow. Big win for them. I suspect that Snohomish is really going to look down low for Colin Kane. The way both teams have struggled shooting the ball, they want to get Kane to the free throw line.
Free throw is good. Kane will get another. Colin Kane, you know, most of the teams of the Western Conference have discovered, Bill, they don't have an answer for it.
Yeah. Yep, he's got that outside shot, and so they cannot double team him inside.
16 points for Colin Kane. Averages 19 points per ball game, almost 20. Leading scorer by 2 over everybody else in the Western Conference. 42-31, the lead is 11. Monroe basketball. Panther lead, 3 minutes to play. Johnson out between the circles. Looking, still looking. He'll kick to Chartrand. Kind of looks high down at the hoop, doesn't do anything. That's Montero. Montero, he will clear a spot, put up a 2, short, no good. And Kane grabs another rebound for the Snohomish Panthers. And Carlson will kind of circle back and take some time. And then Cole McDaniel, as McDaniel had it, Colby McDaniel, and then got hit just about. Then he started the dribble. He was surprised, I think, more than actually touched. They're going to call this one on John Montero, the foul after the whistle, his second personal foul. And that will send Colby McDaniel to the free throw line for the Panthers. 2.5 minutes to play in the game. First free throw good for McDaniel. The lead is back to 12 points as Snohomish equals their biggest lead of the game. We're getting close to where we're going to need to name our Fox Sports 1380 Skagit State Bank Player of the Game. Also brought to you by Papa Murphy's Pizza. Lane violation, and one more coming up here. And a timeout called by the Bearcats. And we'll take a break with 2 minutes and 31 seconds to play in regulation time. Our score, the Snohomish Panthers 43 and the Monroe Bearcats 31. You're watching on STSPN.com and listening right here on Fox Sports. so go the Snohomish Panthers, and we usually try to spread it around, but some of the game last time. To play, looking for the inbounds, and here come the Panthers. Carlson will bring it up to Mitch Morris at the right wing, looking for a screen. Kane is out there. Now give it to McDaniel, goes back door, goes in, laying no good, foul call. Right at 2 minutes to play in the game, and the foul will be whistled here. Devin Sepich, 6'5", senior's first personal foul.
With that 13 point.
With Kobe McDaniel's first free. Johnson, he'll cast for three and put it in. Alex Johnson put the three ball in, 40 to. So Cole Bride got the block, got him with the body, and it will be free throws coming up here. That's Bride's third personal foul, seventh team foul with a minute 3 to play in the basketball game. Yeah, stay with us. Wesco Rap post-game show coming up. We'll talk with Colin Kane, our player of the game. We'll set up tomorrow night's game, today's game, games, and next Tuesday's game. Lots of playoff action coming your way here on Fox Sports 1380. Next free throw will not. And a scrap for the rebound. A foul called after the rebound. And it will Devin Sepich to the free throw line. And it will get Danny McGregor for the foul, his third personal foul. 8th team foul.
That's his third foul. 8th foul.
First free throw. And so here we go, in here for the Snohomish Panthers. On that case, you go with the jump ball, and then the ball mishandled by Baxter.
And they never reset the 30-second clock either.
There's 30.
Or the 35-second clock, whichever
right.
clock that is.
So it's, well, yeah.
Well, Monroe should have had 35 seconds instead of 22. It's not going to make any difference. But
no. So we're inside, so down to 9, and now a foul whistled here as they're just working it around. Yeah, this has been a weird one. This goes down to the weird file. Well, and it kind of happens. You know, you'll see that in other sports too. A game that means nothing for standings. You're just playing it out, playing out the string.
You're also playing the two communities fairly close together.
Right.
Rivalry wanting to develop and wanting to have a win going into the playoffs and a physical ball game.
Next free throw no good by Sepich. Scrap for the rebound, won by Snohomish. That's Baxter goes to the floor as the ball stripped away from him, grabbed by Sepich again, and then re-stolen back by Baxter. One hands it down the floor to Layton. He goes in to lay it good. And that will bring this game to a close. And there will be hands shaking all around, and it'll be the final score of 47-35. Our final here. We'll take a break, come back with the Wesco Rap postgame show right here on Fox Sports 1380. 3 ball. He just absolutely drains that one.